Hi, everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today, I'm going to be talking about five digital resources that I specifically use in my classroom. This is in completion um, of the requirement in Reading 510, one of my digital mini project, which is a digital resources analysis presentation. So I will go ahead and get started. So I'm going to go start with Nearpod. So what is included in this presentation is that I'm going to be talking about the possibilities and challenges of each of the digital resources that I use in the classroom. So Nearpod is my top favorite um, digital resource. Um, so it offers a lot of different things. So one of the possibilities is it actually allows you to create a presentation, quizzes, and you can embed interactive videos and activities in here. So this you see here on my screen is my own personal um, Nearpod account. Actually, our district purchased this during the pandemic. So I use this a lot during virtual learning, remote learning. It is highly interactive, so students are able to respond in real time while you're talking, like you're teaching the class and they respond to you back. You get feedback in real time as well. So this is an online interactive presentation app. It also provides you with um, options wherein you can put in live presentation where the teacher controls the presentation. So I'm going to show you one example here. So this is what I'm talking about. Provides you a live presentation where the teacher, you can control the changing of the slides and the student pace option where the student can work at their own pace. So I started using this during the pandemic and still is using it in my class this year. So as you can see, I have a folder that says 2022, 2023. This is actually good for high school and elementary school students. It depends on your instructional goals. This works really well for me as a special education teacher of students with mild to moderate disabilities. So I'm going to show you a little bit of tool here. So this is one folder, one of the classes that I teach as a special education teacher. So these are so far the lessons that I have created for quarter one. So we just finished quarter one. We're just getting into quarter two this week. I usually do live presentation. So you just give the students the code. So you can put that up on your big screen. Or if you are using other online platforms such as our district uses Teams down here. So I usually just copy the link and paste it on our Teams channel. So when they're already into the lesson, then this is projected into their own screens and as well as your to the projectors. So these two tabs allow you to change slides. So as you change slide, the kids see that in their computers as well. So those are just the common slides. Those are usually what I usually have those. I usually start with today I will and then the agenda on the other side. And these are some of the activities that they can do. So they can drag and drop pictures. So that's what's cool about this is it's highly interactive. So this right here allows you to see as a student and as a teacher, you could almost control, you can see who is not doing their work because it will show up on these little tiles here. You can see which student isn't working, so you can give feedback as quickly as possible. Okay, so that is Nearpod. Okay, one of the some of the challenges of Nearpod is it's pricey. It is better purchased through a school organization. Other than that, I really love this so much. I will continue using this for as long as it is available through our school district. Okay, so that's Nearpod. And then the next um, digital resource that I would like to talk about is Epic. So Epic is this is another online resource for reading. So I have used this. Again, this is the third year that I have used this. So what I really like about this source or this online resource is that the books are leveled according to the students' needs. So you could actually assign them different reading assignments. So as you can see, I've pretty much assigned a lot of books to the kids. The latest book that we read in class was Chato's Kitchen, um, and it provides the kids the audio version of it. So that's one of the things that I like is it has read aloud functionality. And it is great if you have students that are struggling readers, pre-emergent and emergent readers, as well as students with visual impairment. And you can assign um, questions or activities that go with your textbook. It also has daily reading logs. I have not used this, but it's a great way to get kids to read every day. It logs how many minutes or time that they've spent um, on a particular book. So it tells you how many books they finish, how many hours read, and the kids can use this at home. However, as the teacher, you can actually set a time where they can, to when they can access the reading materials. So it also logs the assignments that they have done. So far, I've assigned them to, as you can see, so for this particular class period, I've only assigned this to one student, the one with the audio book. It's because that was the only student that actually had that accommodation where read aloud is needed. So those are some of the books. And then these, my favorite, pet cats. I have a student who really loves cats. So I assigned her this reading book, this reading material, and she has completed that. This has actually an assignment questions to go with it, and she's already completed it. As you can see, it says 100% complete. And you can also get biographical books. So I have, so there is a lot of things that you can give to your students. So last year I had the kids write a biography, but I want them to pick a certain person that they want to write a biography for. So these are some of the personalities, famous persons in history or current events, people, artists, sports. So I had them choose their person to read, and a lot of them actually picked Serena Williams. I think only one person picked Usain Bolt, and a couple of them picked Martin Luther King. Some of my sports kids picked LeBron James. And there is a lot of that. So each of these books um, are paired with questions and writing assignments. So challenges of this website or this digital resource. Uh, it's very limited. The data reporting and progress monitoring is limited, despite you see the daily reading. What I would have wanted to see is what questions they got wrong. I wanted to see the specific, if it's not actually tied to um, the Common Core standards. It's one of those things that's missing. But I have, the last time I've used this was last month. I only use this when I have to supplement materials in my class. Okay, so that's book. The next one that I'm going to talk about is readworks.org. This is also one of the digital resources that I like to use in my class. So this is another one of my favorites. This is another online reading resources. It's actually free, so you can um, sign up. You don't even have to pay. This is another great supplemental reading assignments. This is great for supplemental reading assignments. The reading materials are leveled, so you can, as you can see, there's this one's for kindergarten. It has the reading level difficulty is up to 500 lexicons. So it contains 115 words. So you can kind of gauge whether or not this is something that your kids can read or if this is too hard for them. So it also tells you what genre this is. So if your focus this unit is reading nonfiction, non-literary, so this is tells you right away what they are. And it says one question set. I'll tell you how I got that. Um, so one question set, which means it comes in with a multiple choice question, vocabulary activities, and short answer, open-ended question type activities. So on the left side, um, you can pick the content type. So you can say there's a check mark in the box that says reading passages. So I picked that, and I have added human voice audio, so which means that these have read aloud capabilities, all of these articles. And activity type. So I picked full question set. So that means these reading materials come in with vocabulary, multiple choice, comprehension questions, and open-ended short answer questions. So you can choose, you can use these filters here. Depends again, once again, it depends on your instructional goals. And you can even pick the grade level. So it goes from kindergarten all the way through 11 through 12. So again, take note, you have to know your students' reading difficulty level so that you can match them with the right material to read. So the other good thing about this is it's cross-curricular. So it offers science articles, social studies articles, arts. It doesn't have to be just ELA. So that's what's good about this. And it also comes in with thematic unit. So special collections such as holidays and events. So this time around, it would be Halloween, and in November, you can find Thanksgiving related articles or stories. So you can also adjust the lex size. So if you just want to find 0 to 600, for example. So those are the only articles available that's from 0 lexile to 500 or 600 lexile. Okay, so challenges. Some of the reading materials may be too simplistic and less appealing to kids, especially if you're trying to encourage reluctant learners or readers. And sometimes the reading materials are not as interactive as the other online resources that you might find. So you can't really highlight or take notes on the margins. So let's say, for example, what is biography? So all you could do, so here's the read aloud. Kids can read, can have the questions or rather the passage or text read to them by clicking the play button. There's a vocabulary activity, and there's the question set. Okay, so once again, you can't really have it. You can't take notes on the sides. So let us say I was going to show you guys how this looks like in the student view, but um, it doesn't show me. But anyways, what it does offer though is that it offers some form of accommodations for students with reading disabilities. It has, I think it has lined reader, if I'm right, if I'm not mistaken, but it does have line. Okay, so that's it for readworks.org. And the other one that I want to talk about is Musella. Thought I had it. I guess I'm not. So what I'm really, I consider myself lucky that all these all these sources are paid for by my school district, that I didn't have to pay for them. However, Epic and ReadWorks, they're actually really for free. Micella and Nearpod, they are included in our district. They are paid for by our district. So Newsella, this is another online reading resource. And again, you can adjust the reading level difficulty to as low as, I think 500 Lexile is the lowest that you can um, adjust it to. And it is actually a great resource for supplemental reading in all academic areas, from ELA, science, um, social studies, and health. And it also offers lesson plans. So I actually used this when I was doing summer school lesson planning. Oops, I guess it's too old now, but it's, so let us say I am finding health units. So it should tell me, so this one would say create assignment or add to assignment. But like I said, it contains a lot of uh, materials. So activities, other, so summer school health, oops. Okay, so I think it was too old now because I could only look up to the last 90 days, but I did um, lesson plans. I had unit plans for the summer school. So once again, so I think I have one that I can show you at least. The latest one that I had was assigned on August. So this is for economics. So you can assign this, you can assign the code to your class, you can create your own class on Newsella. But for me, like, because I'm connected with a school organization, my class is already embedded in Newsella. However, I have not used this, and I don't think I'm going to use this year because um, while I really like Newsella, it's still too high for my students. There might be some students who may be able to uh, appreciate and maybe uh, appreciate the articles here, but I prefer ReadWorks. This too has read aloud option. So the one thing I also like about this is it has, you can, the kids have the ability to change it to the Spanish version. So this right here at the top allows you to change the Lexile or the reading difficulty level. So maximum would probably be around 1800, and the lowest is around 500, 530 Lexile. It comes in with activities. So there's a writing activity and quiz. So there is also another, okay, so writing activity and So here's some lesson sparks. So this right here, you would see Nizella's embedded recommendation or recommended activities um, using this particular article as importance. So it is recommended, so it tells you it's got some recommendation for what grade level you should give this to. So it's shortened, it uses simple language students who are struggling in reading. Right? So that's the one thing that I find challenging is that reading materials may be too high for pre-emergent and emergent readers who are in the high school. So may not want to use pre-emergent learners or readers. Okay. Um, the last digital resource that I want to talk about is BrainPop. So BrainPop is one of my favorites. I teach students with special needs. I have students with mild, moderate, and sometimes severe disabilities, severe learning disabilities, moderate cognitive disabilities. So they really like these types of interactive, animated, colorful um, resources. And this is also great for students in K through 8 level. This provides various sources for cross-curricular content, so as you can see science, social studies, English, math, arts and music, even health and social emotional learning. There's even engineering and tech, new and trending. So before this used to be just the core content areas, social studies, science, English and math, arts and music. Some of these have been added throughout the years. And it gives you some thematic um, content, so such as right now, it's Day of the Dead, because uh, that's next to it. Tells you, sometimes it tells you that. So this is something new to BrainPop. They didn't have this before. So I guess they have updated their website. They've added more interesting things in here. Here are some of the activities that you can provide the kids. Make a movie, creative coding, um, take the challenge. And I know I remember when I used to use this BrainPop websites, they also have comprehension questions after watching the video. Um, so those are some of the activities that you can give the kids. Um, so they've actually also expanded their options. Um, there used to be just BrainPop, and then they created BrainPop Junior, and now they have BrainPop ELL and Game Up. So I honestly have not explored that. These two, this one, I use this for my students with severe, moderate to severe disabilities. They really like it. It's student-friendly language, and um, it's easy to grasp. BrainPop ELL, I also use that for my class. So that's BrainPop for you. Some of the challenges, I would say price is a bit of a challenge. It's really pricey. As you have noticed, they have very limited interactive activities, unlike the other digital resources that I have showed you earlier. And there's limited access to data and progress monitoring. So that this is really good if you're just presenting topics. They have a lot of different sources here, units. So this is, I just opened up English because that's what I teach. I teach skills classes for students with disabilities. Here are some of the units. The other might be for social studies exam. So there's the units for social studies. Okay, so let's see financial literacy. So these are all animated videos. Okay, that is about banking, budgets, credit cards. You can show this to the kids, and these are some of the activities that you can give them or you can assign them. So they can make a movie, can take a quiz, code, or do worksheets. Okay, so that would be for BrainPop. So I hope that you guys learned something from my top 5 digital resources presentation. I'm excited to see the others. Hopefully, I was able to help you add more to your bank of knowledge today. Thank you.